I greet you all. When your eyes is on the ball, you don't look any other thing than to focus your eyes on the rising sun. Our eyes is on the rising sun, and whenever any distraction comes towards moving to the rising sun, we will surface and put things in order. So, Biafrans, as you are here, make sure you join us, write your comments, and follow us as we move. As we move.
Good evening, everyone. This evening, somebody called my attention to the video that Fela Kuti made and was blasting Sunday Igboho and our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And after watching it, all I could see was somebody, that is very confused. He was actually saying, why should you people run away? Why can't you stay in Nigeria? If the father was a coward, he would run away and use his Afrobeat to do this and do that, and he wouldn't give birth to somebody like him in Nigeria. I look at a very confused and his father, where he is today, will be very disappointed from that, somebody who his father died in prison like a chicken. He wants other people to stay and die when there is opportunity for them to stay outside and fight, a good fight for others. These are the kind of people that actually role model to many gullible Nigerians. Fela Kuti, I really do not want to make a comment, but sometimes, I when I listen to some of you that a lot of gullible people are looking up to, of course, I am deep into the struggle for the freedom of Biafra people. So, and I know Nigeria very well. I know Nigeria very well, and I know how they have impacted your brain. How they have caged you, subjugated you to this kind of mentality that many of you so-called celebrity are displaying today. How can you come on social media to advocate that those who are fighting like your father used his Afrobeat to fight Nigeria should also die the same way your father died? That's ridiculous. Nobody do the same thing and expect a different result. Those who want to stay there will die like your father. And they are not supposed to be talking, supposed to learn from what happened to your father and do something differently. Don't do the same thing your father did. You're going to die for Nigeria and die for nothing. Today, many of them don't even know the impact your father made in Nigeria. Not only from your father, your grandmother. Your grandmother was a great woman. Nigeria killed her. Nothing happened. Only in the history. Your father was a great man. Nigeria killed him like a chicken in the prison. And you are there shouting for somebody else to stay in a very terrorist state like Nigeria, to die like your father, when there is opportunity for them to make impact from outside. My brother, you should go and learn from what happened to others. And if you have anything to offer, fight from outside, not from within. Nigeria is a terrorist state, and no reasonable person should sit in Nigeria and fight the way your father did. The best way to fight Nigeria is the way we are fighting it today. There are people who are in Nigeria to fight, and there are people who will be the face of the struggle. They don't necessarily have to be in Nigeria. So those who are not the face, who are behind the scene, will be in Nigeria, and the face of the struggle should be outside Nigeria, because Nigeria is a terrorist state that kills anybody that dare to speak. And your father was a victim. You should be hiding yourself in shame. Thank you.
Yes, yes, Biafrans, thank you for joining, Chidubem Iman, thank you. Nas, thank you. Sonny, I greet you so much. Thank you, lovers of freedom, for joining. When as our eyes is on the rising sun, We don't need any distraction from anyone, not from anyone whatsoever. And we are not interested. Igboho, Sunday Igboho asked Nigerian government to divide Nigeria before June 15. Yoruba Nation agitation Sunday Igboho Akintoye tells Tinubu to divide Nigeria and call them on a round table dialogue before June 15. This is how to fight a war. And the reason we have to start with this is because the celebrities, those people that call themselves celebrities, are really the problem we are having. We have genuine celebrities that speaks out. Some pastors are speaking out, and there are some pastors also that is pastor of celebrity. Anyone that is not speaking concerning the division of Nigeria is ordinary celebrity. Be you a pastor, be you a music singer, be you home movie actress or actor, be you an athletist, be you whatever. In as much as after lamenting, after all manner of lamentation, you ended up saying, oh, Nigeria can be good if there will be anybody. You know, you are beating around the bush. Really, I am enjoying your comments. The only problem here is that the comment cannot show here, but I will be reading it out. David Onyemachi, thank you. Lolo, Lolo, Ego Yibo. I greet you so much. Then, Biafrans, we have to go into this message a little. You know, we believe that Mboye Jenoko Jabanaka. It depends what you understand. We have to analyze what PM said. We have to analyze. I hope my voice is coming out. We have to analyze what PM have said. Then to put gas, we have to put gas and the energy. We need to put gas and the energy in what he said. He already elaborated on the life of Fela. Fela is one of the people that opens our eyes. Okay, yes, I just checked our gazette if it is really working fine. Now we have to go back to make a deep analysis to what PM said.
Good evening, everyone. This evening, somebody called my attention to the video that Fela Kuti made and was blasting Sunday Igboho and our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
This blasting Sunday Igboho and our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are coming there because we believe that atụpụ nkịta akpa egosi ya n'iru. So we are coming there. We have the video to analyze it. Sumudu, Oyenkem, I greet you. Dolofos, thank you so much. Then Fela child is there. Yeah, we all know whom he is, but the father has already delivered the kind of message we Biafrans want to hear. We are not following him, but we don't need any distraction from his side. Send the message to him the way he feels that he can speak, so as all of us can speak as well. So,
and after watching it, all I could see was somebody, that is very confused. He was actually saying, why should you people run away? Why can't you stay in Nigeria? If the father was a coward, he would run away and use his Afrobeat to do this and do that, and he wouldn't give birth to somebody like him in Nigeria. I look at a very confused and his father where he is today will be very disappointed from that. Somebody who his father died in prison like a chicken. His father, where he is today will be very.
If he is very proud of himself that a Fela gave birth to him. That Fela, he came from the family of Fela. Fela gave birth to him. That if Fela was in exile, that he wouldn't give birth to someone like him. Nobody recognized him. People, even PM said here in this place that he only one they send him to this video. He doesn't even feel like, but later he decided because of what he said that Fela give birth to somebody like him. He is a very confused human being. I am coming with the other lamentators, agitator, yeah, Biafran celebrity lamentors, and the Nigerian celebrity lamentors. What they can do is only to lament. Nigeria will kill you. Nigeria killed. Fela sing it in his music. They kill my mama. They kill my papa. But this guy is still there talking about Nigeria. That's why PM called him a confused human being, confused fellow. And we are here now to make this message go viral. So as you are here as well, try to touch the like button so that other people will be notified. Share the message, let it go viral, and also your comment is needed. We don't need any distraction from anyone, not even from Sehun Kuti, not even from him. Igboho is crying, telling Nigerian government on the 15th of June, ultimatum, to call every agitator on a round table. United States of America has criticized Nigeria for illegal detention, persecution against our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And somebody like Isehun Kuti will come here trying to have he forgotten that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has meeting with the Sunday Igboho, which Koiki Media later revealed to the public. And you think we will keep quiet and watch things spoil. BMO, thank you, thank you, thank you. I greet you. I greet everyone for joining. Help us to hit the like button, share the message in all platform, in all forum where you belong. Share it there so that we need numbers. We are coming to the message of Akintola. We are coming to his message, but let us elaborate here a little. So if they didn't hear it, they will begin to hear it very well.
Disappointed from that.
Disappointed.
Somebody who his father died in prison like a chicken. He wants other people to stay and die. When there is opportunity for them to stay outside and fight, a good fight for others and die. When there is opportunity, he wants other people to stay and die. When there is opportunity for them to stay outside and fight, a good fight for others.
There is a message this early morning we received from PM. We are Aki and Popo. Aki and Popo, Osteiheme, is promoting Nigeria. The same people that killed his own brother. The same people that killed his own brother, but he will come out and they promote Nigeria. Some people never know when Ibu and Zaki Oji went to Lagos State Governor and drop a book, a paper there, so their submission that they are not in support of anything division of Nigeria because of the money and the wealth they have accumulated. Mr. Ibu and Zaki Oji. People are not sharing that message. See Ostiheme, the way he is now promoting Nigeria, you can never hear anything reasonable from all those people. They used to act home movies. And that's why they doesn't know that since public generated money that made them whom they are by watching their film we are publishing them and make them popular. That is exactly how they have become the ambassador to the masses to speak for them. But very, very unfortunate that people like Genevieve Nnaji will say, man, it is better for Nigeria to stay as one, for her not to lose all the money she has accumulated, knowing that she is not immortal. We don't want to go close to those people because we are agitating. If you like, you come and support. But whenever these celebrities come, the people that spoil Nigeria are the media, the celebrities. These are the people that spoil Nigeria, the people that are supposed to speak when things is going wrong, especially Sienu Kuti. His father, he showed the whole world his ass. They broke him and they used a hot iron and they burned Fela Kuti ass. Then, but this his child now is coming here because Fela gave birth to somebody like him. That why should Nnamdi Kanu stay outside? Why should Igboho stay outside to fight? Why the mother of Fela was killed by Nigeria? Fela suffered everything he suffered because of Nigeria, because of injustice. Fela is one of the people that made people to understand exactly what is going on in Nigeria. Ojuelegba, he put it in the music, and the people dance it, and people get to the reasonable ones begin to analyze what he sang. Teacher, teach me nonsense. That is when we came to understand that the Oyibo people, they brought to school, but they didn't teach people what to do. Teacher, teach me nonsense. If it is not because of copyright, I will bring Fela music and analyze it deep so that his own son will understand that Fela really made us to understand what is going on in Nigeria. Celebrities, whenever any of you try this movement we are into, we will let you know. Is it not Kenneth Okonkwo and Okeke that acted a movie which he called Living in Bondage? When he exposed Nigeria by living in bondage, people begin to ask a question. What is living in bondage and how am I living in bondage? We are living in bondage because we don't have good education. We are living in bondage because we don't have health care. We are living in bondage because we don't even have running water, neither do we have electricity. Then you see celebrities, Kenneth Okonkwo, and Okeke, living in bondage. He brought out that name. People ask, what is really happening? And what do you see all these celebrities introduce in Nigeria? What they introduce is ritual. What they introduce is corruption. What they introduce is money laundering. What they introduce is everything evil that doesn't even promote that place. And now people begin to ask, why is it that Nigeria is not having progress, rather backwardness? And Sienu Kuti think that he can speak. He think he can speak because he think that he is born artist, that a fella gave birth to him. Send this message to him and contact him. Let him come and watch. We know this thing very, very well. We know it very, very well. We go on someone whom Nigerian government rape his own sisters, kill his father and his mother is coming here to talk down on Sunday Igboho and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We are here. We have made ourselves self journalists, and we will defend what we believe in. We continue. We have to continue.
These are the kind of people that actually role model to many gullible Nigerians. Shehu Kuti, I really do not want to make a comment, but sometimes, I when I listen to some of you that a lot of gullible people are looking up to. Of course, I am deep into the struggle for the freedom of Biafra people. So, and I know Nigeria very well. I know Nigeria very well, and I know how they have impacted your brain. how they have caged you, subjugated you to this kind of mentality that many of you so-called celebrity are displaying today. How can you come on social media to advocate that those who are fighting like your father used his Afrobeat to fight Nigeria should also die the same way your father died? That's ridiculous. Nobody do the same thing and expect a different result. Come on social media to advocate that those who are fighting like your father used his Afrobeat to fight Nigeria should also die the same way your father died. That's ridiculous. Nobody do the same thing and expect a different result. Those who want to stay there will die.
Yes, thank you, Chidubem. Kanayo o Kanayo. What do you remember him anytime you see ritual that people are killing their mother and their fathers? What do you remember? You remember Kanayo o Kanayo? You remember Pete Dochie? These are the kind of people that Nigeria produced. That is the kind of people you remember. Esther Okuosa, I greet you. These are the kind of people Nigeria produced. Kanayo o Kanayo from home movie. Then he said he went to study law. After studying law, he said, "Oh, you have to release him as a Nnamdi. All of them, you have to release. But in what way are you going to release him as a Nnamdi? When Anthony Blinken says that the activity of Simon Eber is extraordinary, do you know the reason? America have recognized that Nnamdi Kanu is illegally detained. It's because of Simon Eber, Biafran government in exile. That is the only reason America have seen that they cannot overpower Biafrans. They have seen they cannot overpower Biafrans. You can see everything. Most of the things that we have inside our archive, we cannot show it because of policies. But the ones we can see, show, the one we can talk, we can come here and make sure that our people who didn't even think deep, we think deep. Why should Shenu or Kuti come and put his mouth in this kind of thing? And we are here to pieces him. Touch the like button and make sure you connect him. Tell him that his own grandmother was killed by Nigerian soldier. They burned her, they destroyed her, they put Fela inside jail, and the Fela music is the thing that send everybody message. Fela is a terrorist in Nigeria. Because of people's voice, Fela has been able to live until Nigeria destroyed him completely. Shengu, can he ever talk? He want to put mouth Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho have told the Nigerian government on the 15th of June, an obligated dialogue must take place. Fody, I greet you. Peter Pan, thank you for joining. Hit the like button, share this message widely as we go on. This one we are doing now is we are provoking our spirit because we have things loaded for you. Lolo Noma, I greet you, Lolo Noma. Diana Agundiaba, I greet you. Thank you all for joining. We like to read your comment and we want you to communicate. Thank you. We continue.
Like your father. And you are not supposed to be talking. Supposed to learn from what happened to your father and do something differently. Don't do the same thing your father did. You're going to die for Nigeria and die for nothing. Today, many of them don't even know the impact your father made in Nigeria. Not only from your father, your grandmother. Your grandmother was a great woman. Nigeria killed her. The impact your father made in Nigeria. Not only from your father, your grandmother. Your grandmother was a great woman. Nigeria killed her. Nothing happened.
Chukwu Kadibia Agwondoya. I greet you, Chukwu Kadibia. Thank you. You know, this people, one thing is this people doesn't know how anger we are. At least these celebrities, they don't know how anger we are because they are the people that really destroyed Nigeria. You see fake pastors. Fake pastors has been able to rule their lives. Eh? Ihana Cho Franklin, I must greet you. Ndewo. Freedom is taken. Thank you for joining. Fake pastors, all those people that is telling you miracle, 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 sow seed, sow seed. Those people that has home training in Nigeria, they have home training there. We have been trained to be obedient. Those people that grow up reading recitation, they said, catch them young, show a child a way he should grow. When he grow up, he will not depart from it. Those obedient children that grow up from a decent family, pastors captured them and put all of them in their own bondage. Are you following? My destiny is not showing. I should have been bringing people's comment, but help us to keep reading. Helen Peters, I greet you. Bring down your brain. This is 555 vision, 555 vision. We analyze our messages according to how Chukwu Kabiama direct us. We are not doing like others do. We are doing like we are called to do. That is how we analyze our messages. Because we know the origin of our problem. And when we are dealing in the origin of our problem, we go beyond. We go underground and we bring it out. Pick your brain back. Everybody that is being brought up from a decent family, you go church, you get enter block rosary, reading Ekele Maria 10 times, reading all those things, then you were brought up to be decent, to be obedient. You are a tools of fake pastors. They will pick you up. They turn you to become a choir master. They turn you to every kind of servant. And they will block you not to ask them questions until you fight like us. The day I looked in the face of a pastor where I used to go to church, I said, man, you people are not preaching anything that will give us salvation. That was the day I was liberated. Then the other people that is inside life, their life is somehow, musicians pick them up. You understand now? The musicians pick them up. All this Davido and all this flavor and all this all musicians pick them up. The other group is life and every other thing pick them up. And all of them today, do you see any celebrity speaking? You don't see them speaking because Nigeria brought them, Nigeria made them. Nigeria made them. A lot of them, some pastors say they don't need to criticize government because the money they are using to fund their churches is coming from politicians. I greet you all. Franca Okonkwo, Franca, I greet you. All of them, they say that the money they are using to fund their church is coming from the politicians, so they don't need to criticize them. Mbaka is the only person that spoke in favor of the politicians, and later when we begin to send this kind of message we are sending now, we fought heavily with the adoration ministry people when Mbaka was supporting One Nigeria. This is how we have been analyzing Mbaka, sending these messages, and we will post it inside the adoration ministry until Mbaka get to understand. That's why whenever these celebrities speak against this movement we are into, they will see people like us. They will see people like us. And that's why we call you here. Join us, share the program as we go on to analyze. When we analyze, we get inspiration, we will push it out. You who is listening, we join to the one you don't have before. Then we will move. Yeah? Then we continue with this great analysis. Then
only in the history. Your father was a great man. Nigeria killed him like a chicken in the prison. And you are there shouting for somebody else to stay in a very terrorist state like Nigeria, to die like your father, when there was opportunity for them to make impact from outside. My brother, you should go and learn from what happened to others. And if you have anything to offer, fight from outside, not from within. Nigeria is a terrorist state, and no reasonable person should sit in Nigeria and fight the way your father did. The way.
What are we trying to get here now? What we are getting here now, in the message we are getting here now, is he is now telling this moron, Fela Kuti. Prime Minister is a military that studied international law, a human rights activist who understand Nigeria. He also have supported Nigeria. And when he found out that Nigeria can never work, he departed and he faced his armor, his arrow to Biafra, which you know is the only solution. And now, Ojukwu says, he who fights and run away lives to fight another day. Then he decamped, he left. Now, when he left, he took people to exile. Ojukwu went to exile. He took people to exile, which you see today. There is what they call Biafran government in exile. Biafran government in exile. And the restoration of Biafra last year was to restore every Biafran that is in exile. That was the restoration of Biafra last year, 2023. When the government came and they told you and you read in line all the achievements we have made, we restored the Biafra. And here, what you have to understand in this place, to destroy Nigeria, the people God, Chukwukika Abiyama, called to fight inside Nigeria, all of them are in Nigeria. Their faces is not shown anywhere. Then, some people whom their faces supposed to show, there are some people in Nigeria, they are also showing their faces, but they are not in the war front. Then, the person that's supposed to lead, supposed to stay in exile, that is what Mazen Nnamdi told you. A freedom fighter has three places in this on this planet Earth: in the grave, in the prison, and in exile. We have all these things in Biafra. Ojukwu is in the grave. Nnamdi is leading in front. Then Simon Ekpa is there showing his face, and we are coming here to elaborate in this thing so that you will understand how freedom comes. Freedom don't come under because you are a celebrity, that people are watching your movie, people are watching the nonsense he's talking, that the jazz he play. If you are an entertainer, stop interfering yourself into politics. If you are an entertainer, how can entertainer, a home movie actor, a musician who blow trumpet to people to make people happy, will be interfering into politics? That is where they get it wrong. Or when a pastor will stand up and begin to speak into politics when you don't even understand how to fight politicians. Then you begin to lead people whom their fathers and their mothers and children, everybody brought up to be decent. You pick them up and you say, you teach them when they slap you this year, turn the other year so that they can complete it. That Jesus Christ says that when somebody do something to you, you have to then retaliate after 70 times, 70 times, 70 times. That is how they destroyed us. But when we came to understand this thing very, very well, when we have traveled around the world, we know that self-defense is our right. When we ask a pastor's question, if you have not confronted your pastor and they ask your pastor a question, then you know that you have not even started. Then any day you confront your pastor, especially those pastors that is not supporting this movement, you confront him. Why are you not supporting Biafra? You will hear the answer they will give to you. And after that day, you will be liberated mentally. Then you will be able to know that even Jesus himself says, Seek ye first that kingdom, the new paradise on earth, and every other thing shall be added unto you. That is in the Bible. That is in the Bible. And we have to continue with this thing, because any celebrity that is speak against this movement, we will pick that person up and we make it go viral, that people will see how stupid they have become. We go.
The best way to fight Nigeria is the way we are fighting it today. There are people who are in Nigeria to fight and fighting it today. There are people who are in Nigeria to fight, and there are people who be the face of the struggle. They don't necessarily have to be in Nigeria.
Are you getting it here? You are hearing it clearly. There are people who are in Nigeria to fight, and there are people who is the face, and they don't necessarily need to be in Nigeria to fight. That is how the language came. Ekere ọrụ eke. If you are fighting from this side, we are fighting from other angle. Let me elaborate in this thing. Before joining this struggle, we says we will bring Biafra from diaspora, and through internet, we will deliver the message down to our people back home. They will know what to do. Taking advantage of internet is what we are doing. Those people in comment section here now, you will see some people who may have regard to this skeleton here. They already lose the respect they have on Shenu Kuti. Shenu Kuti have sold himself, and we told you anybody that raise his hand and leg, mouth, or body to fight against the liberation of the children of God found in the territory called Nigeria, God will destroy that person. Shenu Kuti has been destroyed today, only for our PM to bring out his time and let him know that Nigeria he is trying to speak in favor of, or trying to criticize Igboho, for Igboho coming out of prison in Togo or Lome. Then after that, Igboho have to go out of the country to give order. You know, Akintole is in Nigeria. And Akintole, we are coming to his message, which we have to analyze for you to understand the reason and the anger which we have now before coming here. This guy is trying to deceive the people that is following him, because all the people that is called celebrity, they have people who is following them, and this is how they are being deceived. The pastors, all these people that have followers, in as much as you have someone you are listening to, the message the person is delivering is the message your body and soul will be consuming. Are you understanding? Here we are following the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, following the activities of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and everybody that is here is now following 555 vision, listening to his own way of analysis in order for them to understand the message of our Prime Minister and the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Ojukwu, and the reason Biafra should come. What you are listening is what you have to accumulate inside you. So those people who is listening to him, when they listen to him and he will say, yes, why should Igboho stay outside the country to fight for Duduwa? He should come to Nigeria. He will deceive those people. And if you share this message happens to get to him, or get to all those his followers, they will begin to have a rethink. Today, you have seen Biafran government, when the Biafran religious freedom and the monitoring did their own Passover. You see now that original pastors, those who understood the reason, Bishop Kuka of South Africa joined Nelson Mandela to fight for South African apartheid, to become free, to get their own freedom. You can see people of that nature in Biafran government today. Any pastor that is preaching using the power of Jesus Christ to preach in the favor of Biafra, that is the kind of message we want to hear. We are not here for you to preach me repentance. Don't preach me repentance, because me going to hell or going to hell have more business with you. The business I have with you is speak about Biafra. And if you are not using the ideology of Bible, Jesus Christ, and all the people that run the race of Bible in the favor of getting Biafra, my brother, I will not give you my ear. The reason you are here sharing this message today, numbers are here, we are watching it, we are listening, is because the message we are delivering is the kind of message your body and soul needed. And what are we talking about? The reason we must have different fight from different dimension to get to Biafra. The people in the Biafran land, you people remember when we were, they said that Biafra doesn't have army until Gentle came out and say, if you say we don't have army, this is me. Are you understanding? And other people, you may hear the voice of Commander Holy Ghost, you may hear the voice of any other person, a little Biafran Liberation Army, some of them, you may hear their voice, but you wouldn't see them. Their faces is not made to be shown. Our faces is made to be shown, and we have to deliver the message so that we will not be fighting negatively. The thing that made the whole world to understand that DOS is evil, their DOS doesn't even know what they are doing in freedom fighting. They are fighting for Nigeria and they are killing their own brothers. All of them hide their faces to fight. How can you be taking instruction from someone who hide his face to fight for freedom? No, we don't necessarily need to be in Nigeria to fight. Some people, the people who is fighting, they are already in Nigeria. Our own is to make sure we deliver the message for other people to know. When they ask you to go and vote, then you will go and vote. When they ask you to go and do this, you're supposed to go and do that thing, what they ask you to do. They ask you to go and get your ID card. We will make the news go viral because the thing that made Ojukwu to suffer in the Biafran war was because of media. Mazen Nnamdi then come up with by creating media all over the world that people begin to speak from all angles. We continue so that Fela Kuti, we know that he is no more relevant.
So those who are not the face, who are behind the scene, will be in Nigeria, and the face of the struggle should be outside Nigeria, because Nigeria is a terrorist state that kills anybody that dare to speak. And your father was a victim. You should be hiding yourself in shame. So they don't necessarily have to be in Nigeria. So those who are not the face, who are behind the scene, will be in Nigeria. The face of the struggle should be outside Nigeria, because Nigeria is a terrorist state that kills anybody that dare to speak. And your father was a victim. You should be hiding yourself in shame. Thank you. Speak. And your father was a victim. You should be hiding yourself in shame. Thank you.
The message has been delivered. He is supposed to go and hide his face in shame. Those people who know how to send him message, send him this message. Let him go and hide his face in shame. Fela Kuti, his father died in the hands of Nigeria. His grandmother died in the hands of Nigeria, and he is here talking rubbish. Tell him going to America doesn't make you to have wisdom. That you come from the family of Fela doesn't grant any wisdom to your brain. How we get to know that many people in Nigeria are non-entity is through during the time of Peter Obi election. That was when their ass opened. Today, American diplomats, American court has ordered Nigerian government to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And the Sunday Igboho have told Nigerian government that let us come, let us come. We have to now go to the message which okwu a bụ nkụ ụgbọgoro udu mmiri ọkọchịpụ a na-anya ya nkụ ịtụpụ nkịta akpa igosi ya hụ. Alozie Ambrose, I greet you. Levi Anebu, thank you so much. Chidubem, I greet you. We have to now bring you to the message which Senu Kuti was attacking. Let us go there. Let us go there to the message which this guy was attacking. We will go there now so that ịtụpụ nkịta akpa egosi ya n'iru ọ rapụ ịdị ka atụrụ ya mbọ. We are here to educate those people that doesn't want to get education.
The Nigerian constitution does not allow anybody to say they want to break from any part of Nigeria.
We are not doing anything unlawful.
Yes, sir.
And we have no reason to want to stop it.
And the Nigerian constitution does not allow.
Emi Sami, I must stop and say my hello to you, Emi Sami. Ndubisi, I greet you. Thank you for joining. May God bless you. Really, you people are our strength. Without you, we cannot be doing what we are doing. And in this area, we have to sometimes analyze some things. Really, the reason and the power which we used to have when people is here. Without you, Nnamdi Kanu will not be in the DSA dungeon. Once they see that he has a top voice, what they will do is to give him big money. You know that they have promised Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or he will the vice president of Nigeria and everything, only for him to stop agitation. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu found out that people like Emi Sami is supporting him, Ndubisi Obi is supporting him, Peter Pan is supporting him, Alozian Bruce is supporting him, Chima Irechukwu is supporting him, Ndubisi is supporting him. Everybody that is supporting this movement, that you are the reason Nnamdi Kanu have not taken bribe. Copy this place, send it there. The reason Nnamdi Kanu has not taken bribe is because he have seen that he have your support. And the reason our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, anything he want to do, we are close there. Anything he want to do, he will ask people to come and vote. That is one thing very, very marvelous he used to do, because this is democracy. Anything. Without you, without your support, without all this fundraising, without you joining Twitter, without you commenting, without you sharing, we will feel as if that what we are doing is not pleasing to people. And this is the spiritual energy you see that is happening today. But BNL, Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran Snapper, you don't need to see their faces. They are also watching us. They are also watching how we energize our people. And when you send your energy to this place, we will push it back to them. We will push it back to them. They will take their own, because you cannot fight for your liberation in Nigeria showing your face. The people that have to show their faces are the people outside. We will bring Biafra from diaspora through internet. We will deliver the message to our people. Like on the 29, 30, 31, there will be sit at home for the whole Biafrans to know that there is a referendum going on. Everybody have to go and vote. And here we are here to tell you what this man is saying and why Senu Kuti is useless and valueless in this movement, because we are not here to look to anybody's face. If I, David, I greet you. You can find David. We continue. Here is it.
We are not doing anything unlawful.
Yes, sir.
And we have no reason to want to stop it.
And the Nigerian constitution does not allow anybody to say they want to break away from any part of Nigeria. So I don't know. I mean, you are the teacher of history.
The law, the laws of Nigeria allows individual Nigerians or groups of Nigerians to advocate for self-determination for their people.
Do you have any expectation that President Tinubu will sit down and negotiate for the Yorubas to leave Nigeria when he is himself a Yoruba man?
That is business of the president. He will do what he thinks is good for the country. We will do what we think is good for our own nation from Nigeria. And nobody is disputing the fact that we Yoruba are being destroyed in Nigeria. Last night, only this last night, crowds of young people called me from somewhere in Oyo State that Fulani people had invaded their village and had scattered the whole place. We cannot continue to live like that. If anybody thinks that a people like the Yoruba people will continue to live like that, you are deceiving yourself. You may pander to the constitution. You may pander to the authorities of the land. But you cannot twist the truth out of existence. That's the thing. You cannot say you do not know that the Yoruba people are under pressure in Nigeria. You cannot say that Yoruba people, say you do not know that the Yoruba people are under pressure in Nigeria. That's the thing. You cannot say you do not know that the Yoruba people are under pressure in Nigeria.
Do you hear that? You cannot say that Yoruba people is under pressure in Nigeria. You cannot say that the Biafran people are under pressure in Nigeria. So as you cannot say that the Middle Beltans are under pressure in Nigeria. Hausa, the Numpe people, has been conquered completely. And someone courage. Then he said he want to speak for his own people. Somebody like Fela Kuti will come out and begin to talk trash, thinking that we have time to listen or we have to keep quiet, or we have come across that level. We have come across that level. We have completely come across that level. Such level is no more. You understand? So we know what we are doing. Yeah.
You cannot say that Yoruba people are not being killed.
God have mercy upon us.
These are some kind of messages that used to cause problems. So we continue. We continue. We have to continue because those who didn't know, they have to know. Those that doesn't know, we are here to tell them what it means for them to know. Hey. In this message here, the United States, this man you see his picture here is the Anthony Blinken, the United States Secretary that came to Nigeria. This picture you see here. This man is the person that removed Nigeria out of Islam, out of terrorist nation. There we are thinking that by doing so, or by sending Tucano jet to Nigeria, that Biafran military will go down. When they see that Chukwokike Abiyama has prepared the most strongest military existing on this earth, the strongest military existing on this earth are the Biafran army. Are you people really understanding? And in the sense that we have to produce what we use to fight on our own, and we are defending ourselves through the power of nature. They are the most strongest army in the world. God Chukwuka Abiyama knows that Biafrans has a lot of enemy because he created a lot of mineral resources in that land. Then he went to the Bible and said, I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. The table which God prepared in the presence of enemies are the mineral resources found in your land. Then, before gun, machete, and everything came to existence, our people has been living through the power of nature and under the protection of nature. When we talk about nature, we are talking about plants, trees, and animal, the soil in that land. Where you see today that Nigerian military has come to kill and eliminate the Biafrans. We have seen live bullets. We have seen armored car. We have seen Tucano jet. We have seen every manner of ammunition they used. America sent to Nigeria to come and eliminate the children of God. Because remember, I will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. But God did not tell anyone not to go and eat the food that is being prepared on top of that table. A food is there and you must eat. How then do you eat that food? Ndị Igbo then says, onye ya na onye iro na-eri nri na-eji ogologo ngaji. Okay? When you are eating with your enemy, you have to use long spoon. That is how that parable was created, because God himself prepared the mineral resources, gold and diamond, oil, and every other things you have to use to live on this planet Earth. That is the table which he prepared for you. Jesus also said, seek ye first the kingdom, which is the new paradise on earth called Biafra. When you get it, you can be able to enjoy all the riches found in your land. And he said, you can never have rest. Then what happened? We used to wonder and we ask, which power is really defending Biafra today? Is it the power of Jesus? Or is it the power of Chukwukike Abiama? Or is it the power of nature? Because when we see all those bullets they sent to to Biafran land, they said these things are the things they are shooting on them. But none of them is dying. Meaning that before everything come to manifestation, God already used his hand to put some plants and the trees that will germinate from that land, that our people will have to use to give themselves protection. And this is what the colonial masters found out on that place and say, these people has a powerful spirit and a powerful nature that protects them. And for that reason, it is better for them to use missionary journeys by and they subdue their memory and their medical obulangata, your brain. Then when they subdue your spirit, you can be able to submit. Now, since the amalgamation of Nigeria, they have been subduing us. Do you know the meaning of this message I brought out here? When Emefla, the former governor of the central bank that worked with Buhari used him to fund terrorism. MFNA caught his own. Then today, MFNA is in prison. Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. Buhari went to Niger and they relaxed. Fulanis are killing people up and down. They are enjoying themselves, you know. But MFNA is in prison. Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. Britain, United States, and the powers of this world, they know that Emefiele has not done anything above his master because he was under Buhari. Buhari is walking free. Nnamdi Kanu is inside jail. Shakal is walking free. Fulani henchmen are walking free. Igboho has been released. And then Nnamdi Kanu is inside. They were thinking they will subdue Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We are coming with one big analysis. The reason US wrote this thing. They thought those who is living outside the zoo called Nigeria, you know that the reward of any powerful man in this world is when you reject the bribe. And when you sustain yourself and become a consistent fighter like Simon Ekpa, they will see the value of what you are doing. They will do everything to bring you down. And when they were not able to succeed in bringing you down, they have no option than to succumb. That succumb is what you are watching in this place now. Now we come to elaborate. This is Anthony Blinken. You know Anthony Blinken. He says, we are searching for the message where he wrote concerning Simon Ekpa. He said that guy is extraordinary. His own memory has not come to capture, to understand the kind of person he is. But the physical thing is that the army of Biafran government cannot be defeated. And the war of Hamas and Israel is still going on, knowing that Obama says that keeping Nigeria as one is a task that must be done. We are coming there as well. The reason Obama said that thing, Obama knew that nobody can defeat Israel. And all these Arab people is trying to find a safe haven that is Nigeria, for them to capture Nigeria and wipe the origin of this very earth away. But after that, they will then attack America. The only strong ally the world, United Nations, America has is the Biafran side. Just like in the Middle East, the only ally that is ready to save life is Israel. They are there. The only enough in the Middle East, in Asian land, only Israel is there. And the Biafra is the only people in Africa that will stand against this terrorism. Now, they have seen that Nnamdi Kanu is not ready to succumb, and the Simon Ekpa is no-go area. That is why they said USA, United States of America, arbitrary arrest of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Godwin Emefiele. They criticized it and they said today that is not lawful. It is unjust. There is no way you will extradite somebody, kidnap somebody from Kenya and brought the person to Nigeria without passing any due process that the world will recognize such law. For this reason, allow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to go. Unto many things we have down. A lot of things we have played before. People says that Nnamdi Kanu must come out in 2 or 3 months' time. This is where the thing is joining. And the Oduduwa people knew already that Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. Nnamdi Kanu, PM said it the other day, that Nnamdi Kanu is coming out victoriously. Nnamdi Kanu is coming out victoriously. And for this reason, Oduduwa raised their own alarm now that they gave Nigeria ultimatum. They gave Nigeria ultimatum. Kingsley Chede, I greet you. Judith Nkechi, I greet you. So, they gave Nigeria now ultimatum to come to a round table for negotiation, which you see where we played it there. We don't need to go there again because that place, they did copyright to that video. You know, our own, we send it free. Some people who joined the struggle because of poverty, because of this thing. When they bring some video, they will put it copyright. If you play it here, YouTube will be worrying you. Now, you have seen it. We have tried to bring it out, but follow us to what we are doing. Anthony, Emeka, I greet you. Now, we are now telling you that this matter has come up to that place. Aloy Ejimako then responded to United States of America and said that today they are happy. You know, when Ifeanyi Ejiofor was there blocking all this movement, nobody is really talking. But today, since Ifeanyi Ejiofor has been officially out from the door, you see how movement is going. You see Nnamdi Kanu is coming out or inside of court every day. You see America is talking. You see a lot of people are now talking openly just because Ifeanyi Ejiofor that blocked that door is out. Azo, Franklin Bishop, thank you. Then, this is the message. This is the message. If you want to see it complete, maybe you have to then go to Google and search it. Now, we continue with the things we come up with, because sometimes we come here, we will show the messages to our people for them to understand exactly how this is working.
He is stepping on their toes. I pray God give him the grace to do it. The next thing he should do, tell him if you know him, is to restructure this country. Nigeria is a fraud. One particular tribe repressing the whole of us. Did you hear what Central Bank governor wants to do? Just a department, the operation department of Central Bank, to be moved back to Lagos, where you have 99% of the headquarters of bank. The North is agitating. Don't take Abuja back to Lagos. They don't care. If you all become beggars, it's okay for their oligarchic mentality. I talk like no other pastor talk. I talk like no other pastor talk. Because I have seen into governance, I have seen into the church. And I know where the problem is in this country. Are you hearing me? They may not like what I'm saying, but they cannot dispute the truth. This country cannot go on like this. Okay, I was talking about those who migrated. I don't blame those that want to japa. You know, initially I was saying don't japa. Do you hear me say that again? Japa if you want to japa. Because you look at the country and say, what future? If it goes on like this, what future? If it goes on like this, civil war is imminent. If it goes on like this, military intervention is imminent. Do we want to go back to that? No. Something must happen. I have always believed that something must happen. Do you see the way we pray in this church? Make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can never be one. In this church, make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can never be one. We are different nations tied together by force. We are different nations tied together by force. We are different nations tied together by force. We should still be one country, but let everyone govern himself the way he likes. Are you hearing me? Let the Niger Delta have their oil. Let the East have their resources. Let the Yoruba people have their resources. Let the North have their resources. Let them manage their security. Give them state police. Let everybody guard his borders. Let everybody generate his economy. Why must you generate oil in the Niger Delta and take it to the North? Why must we generate IGR here or the VAT and take it to the North? That generate nothing. The 10 key northern states have Sharia. Sharia says no to alcohol. Sharia says no to tobacco. But alcohol and tobacco is what gives us VAT here. And you take the money from there to spend where you say you don't want, but you like the money. Fraud. 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 fraud, unfairness, injustice. Where did we sit down to make Nigeria 36 states? Where did we sit down? Nigeria was negotiated 3 regions: North, West, East. 1963, by plebiscite, Midwest came in. Where did we sit down and say we shall be 36 states plus Abuja, and the biggest one taken to the north? More local governments. Then we came with federal character. You are qualified, but from the tribe you came from, you can't be qualified. Now, you can't pass any law in that National Assembly without Northern approval. They are in larger quantity, deliberately made so. So how do we go from there? They are in larger quantity. Pray God will give us.
So, Biafrans, you know why we are going this deep? One thing everybody should know is this. You know, when somebody is well prepared and maybe you don't even see whom to fight, then you will be waiting for anybody. Is it not Shekun the Fela Pikin provoke us today now? Then we come. Listen, nobody. If all pastors, this pastor now, the message he is delivering is good message, but restructuring time is over. Restructuring time is over. Ojukwu went to Ghana, Aburi Accord. They rejected restructuring. Yerima Shetima, vice president, says restructuring his foot. Restructuring his foot. So let him also amend that area because time of restructuring has come and gone. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, we know when they hosted a meeting in Enugu demanding for restructuring, they said restructuring is over. Ebisame, yes, that is what all the pastors they are clamoring for restructuring. But one thing they are not understanding is Fulanis doesn't even have ideology of restructuring. The original ideology of the Fulanis is to eliminate you out of the earth. The ideology of the Fulanis is to send you out of this very earth. They are not even thinking of restructuring with you. Fulani came with a different agenda, serving the ideology of the Iran. Are you understanding? Henry Ejiofor, I greet you. Happy Ume, I greet you. My big sister, Blessing Okboku, I greet you. Emisame, thank you. So, as we are going, we have to know what is really happening to our people. You may be talking about
You the courage to do it, because it will affect even himself. It will affect all the APC powers. It will affect all the MDs of banks. The MDs of banks are the destroyer of this system. The powerful, the high and the mighty. He is stepping on their toes. I pray God give him the grace to do it. The next thing he should do, tell him if you know him, is to restructure this country.
Here we come with our analysis now. Christopher Wafo, thank you for joining. Ifani Vital, thank you. Uchenna Victor Monday, thank you. Eke Apostle Paul, my namesake, I greet you. Restructuring is over. Sunday Igboho has demanded that there must be a dialogue. There must be a dialogue from the 15th of June, because everybody will not fight from one place. We fight from different angle.
One particular tribe repressing the whole of us. Did you hear what central bank governor wants to do? Just a department, the operation department of central bank, to be moved back to Lagos, where you have 99% of the headquarters of bank. The North is agitating. Don't take Abuja back to Lagos. They don't care. If you
Eyes of the gods. Eyes of the gods. Anya ndị mbụ na ndị egede ji afụ ụzọ. Eyes of the gods. You know, some people have this kind of this spiritual words. Eyes of the God, inspiration, powerful inspiration. Anya n'elu ụwa. Eyes of the gods. I greet you. I greet you, my big brother. I greet you. Because of the eyes of the God, that is how we are understanding what is going on. And when God picked you up to speak for Biafra, if you sit down, he will tell you what to do. People inside the comment section will even direct the message how they want it to go. Even their name, that is very, very powerful and spiritual, will even send the messages to you. There are some kind of name I can't even avoid just to bring to people. Eyes of the gods, I greet you. John Uchenna, I greet you. Peter Okafor, Obasinachi Innocent. Yes, now. Akara aka onye na-eche ya, Obasinachi. Obasinachi, agbaka m mbọ bụ ego nni. Ọgaranya Sinachi, Obasinachi. We dedicate our energy to make sure that Biafra comes. It is not with that time they used to say that we are jobless and all this thing. No. But sometimes you choose a war, you have to fight. That is the war we choose. Let me tell you, the reason Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is inside the SA dungeon today, he chose a war he want to fight. The reason Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafra is just one thing. Though. Simon Ekpa says that he wants his name to be recognized in line of those that is fighting for Biafra, that fought for Biafra. At least when you mention Ojukwu, you will, whether you like it or you don't like it, you will mention Owazirike. This is what they call historical track. After mentioning Ojukwu, you will mention Owazirike, you will mention Nnamdi Kanu, you will mention Simon Ekpa. This is the only thing that is making Simon Ekpa to be having sleepless night. For his name to be noticed, for his name to enter history. So all the people that is fighting Simon Ekpa, try to go and sit down, ask yourself, why is Simon Ekpa fighting for Biafra? For example, when you fight against Simon Ekpa, what you are fighting is, he say, he already went to school, military school, and all these things he went to. He want to use it to make name that people will talk about him, like people that fight for Biafra. Nothing more, Nothing more. So our people that is here, we must greet you. Ozamaka Nicholas, I must greet you so much. Thank you. Happy May. Blessing, Chuku, I greet you. Freedom is taken. We must take it by force, automatic. Freedom is taken. We see the struggle. We bring Biafra from diaspora and through internet. And yet deliver the message. About Facebook. They know what to do. Igbo people has adage that says, tụpụrụ nkịta ọkpụkpụ n'iro, ịrapụ ihe ya na ndị mmụọ ga-eje n'abalị. Are you getting it now? Igbo people had adage that says, tụpụrụ nkịta ọkpụkpụ n'iro, ịrapụ ihe ya na ndị mmụọ ga-eje n'abalị. Those that doesn't understand Igbo here, it says, our Igbo adage says, leave the bone, let the bone outside for the dog, and just don't mind what the dog is going to do with the spirit. Because in Igbo land, the dog fights against the spirit, any bad spirit. But let the bone out for the dog at night, and they forget, go and sleep. The dog will take care of it. That is the reason PM says the people who is fighting for Biafra, their face is not known. And everybody must not show his face in fighting for Biafra. There are reasons he himself showed his face for people to know whom you are talking about. The reason you see PM when he come online, you will see him, he will dress very, very good. Is when history will be remembering him, they will remember him as someone who already seen and tested this life because history will remember him. You have seen Anthony Blinken, the Secretary of the United States of America, have written something. He didn't put his name, but they know that he is the person fighting now today. So let the people know. Worry sister. Man, me worry sister don't blow big super chat for here. Man, this my gazette is not showing this comment. Worry sister. May God Almighty bless you. Refill this money, the oil you gave to me now. May God continue to bless you. Biafrans in comment section, you have seen it. Worry sister, I greet you so much. May God bless you. May the restoration of Biafra be the reward to this good oil you have given to me now. May God bless you. So we continue. As he is a pastor, we are coming now close to Israel. What happened in Israel? Let us use him to go to Israel.
All become beggars. It's okay for their oligarchic mentality. I talk like no other pastor talk. I talk like no other pastor talk. Because I have seen into governance, I have seen into the church. And I know where the problem is in this country. No other pastor talk. Because I have seen into governance.
What do you hear? He talk like no other pastor talk. He is a former governor who has already been inside the government, and he is talking as a pastor today. You that is a pastor, you that is an evangelist, you that is a reverend father or reverend sister, or you who believe that you know God. Listen, you don't know God. You don't know Jesus like we do. The day you will understand that Iraq of today is the former Babylon, then you will understand how to fight for Biafra. This Iraq you see attacking Israel today, this is the former Babylon. If you think I am lying, go to Google. Ask Google, where is Babylon located? Men, super chat carrying here. Chineke God. John Nwankwo. Ebisami biko, come and greet people. John Nwankwo has given us another mighty super chat. Thank you so much, John Nwankwo. May God continue to bless you, reward you. What I can give is, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bring Biafra and reward you for this wonderful gift. This is the thing we can offer. Thank you that at least we are here now. My followers, the people that is here, send a good prayer to our worry sister, John Nwankwo. They are giving us mighty cold water to drink as we are doing this thing. When you understand very, very well everything you read in the Bible concerning Babylon and Israel, God said he will destroy Babylon. But the earth, he didn't destroy the earth, but he erased that name, Babylon, out of the earth. Just like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, that name, Nigeria, will be banished, will be gone. Nigeria, listen and understand what is really going on in the spiritual realm. Eyes of the gods is also here. When you have eyes of the gods, you will understand what we are fighting. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says that name Nigeria will cease to exist like a Babylon. Who is fighting Israel today? Iran. Iran is the former Babylon. Who is sponsoring Hamas today is Iran. And who is sponsoring Nigeria today is Iran. Iran is the center of terrorism all over the world. And you don't know it. You don't know it, but this is the truth. You do not know. But this is the truth. Everybody, they say, God destroy Babylon. Where is Babylon? Babylon, the center, that area where Babylon is being found, the people who is occupying that area is today is Iran and Iraq, Afghanistan. This is the center of terrorism. And you are now a pastor that has not started speaking on the favor of the children of God. Let me tell you, this war you see we are fighting today came from Abraham that begot two sons, which is Isaac and Ishmael. This war is going on. The generation of Ishmael is this Arab you see today. The generation of Isaac is me and you that believe in Christianity today, and the Europeans. That is the reason why you see France, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and the powers of this world, America, Canada, Australia, they said there is no way they are going to support Iran because Iran says they are ready to destroy Israel and wipe Israel out of the surface of the earth. But when Obama found out that this thing will be very, very difficult, Obama then say, and the real paradise on earth is in Biafran land. Then he say, you people should channel your energy because Obama is the leader of the Antichrist. Obama wants to become the person to be celebrated through the Arab world. PM said this thing the other day. Some people are not really getting it very, very well in the spiritual realm. And this our brother that his name is Eyes of the Gods. You see, this kind of name used to give us inspiration because we are 555 Vision. Then we have come to that area now. Obama, check Hillary Clinton. These are the people that joined together to take Muammar Gaddafi away because Obama wants to become the leader of the Antichrist of this world. PM said it, and Obama says, keeping Nigeria as one is a task you must pay. Why should it be a task? You must pay. Keeping terrorists. And during the time of Obama was the time, during the time of Bush was the time Omar Farouk, a Fulani son, went to America. He tied a bomb in his body, going to America to explode in America. That Omar Farouk is in Guantanamo today. Is it not true? People who connect to history, is it not true? How many people is talking about Omar Farouk today? He is in Guantanamo. How many people knows about Guantanamo prison? Guantanamo. He is in Guantanamo today. That Omar Farouk, a Fulani son. A Fulani son. And for people to understand that you are a pastor, if you are not preaching for Biafra, you are not getting it right. Because speaking for Biafra is speaking for Isaac. Speaking in the favor of Biafra is speaking for Isaac, which is the son of Abraham, the father of all faith. If you come to this Biafran struggle, we will use Bible to sit any fake pastor down. Pastors are not telling you, they are telling you go and restructure Nigeria. Time for restructuring is over because what Fulanis want to do is to join them and they will be killing people, removing them one after another, removing the people one after another, installing their emirs. We have it in the news that the Fulanis want to install their emir in Edo State. They want to install their emir in Edo State. Obaseki, we got the news from Obaseki. You understand? So Obaseki, when Obaseki was ordinary person, Obaseki, we thought that Obaseki will fight and defend the Edo State. But Obaseki, what is he doing? He gave land to terrorists to come and take over his own people. Ifeanyi Okowo, what is he doing? Ifeanyi Okowo is the person who also joined brigade to sign for harvesting people's organ. How do you think you will be free? And this pastor here is now telling you that he don't speak like others.
I have seen into the church. And I know where the problem is in this country. Are you hearing me? They may not like what I'm saying, but they cannot dispute the truth. This country cannot go on like this. Okay, I was talking about those who migrated. I don't blame those that want to japa. You know, initially I was saying don't japa. Do you hear me say that again? Japa if you want to japa. Because you look at the country and say, what future? If it goes on like this, what future? If it goes on like this, civil war is imminent. If it goes on like this, military intervention is imminent. Do we want to go back to that? No. Something must happen. I have always believed that something must happen. Do you see the way we pray in this church? Make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can always believe that something must happen. Do you see the way we pray in this church? Make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can never be one. Believe that something must happen. Do you see the way we pray in this church? Make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can never be one.
Nigeria is not one, and they can never be one. Oji Ugochukwu, I greet you. I greet you, Margaret. Jogwe, I greet you. AFB Global, I greet you. Thank you all for joining. Johnson, Ibeonye, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Any pastor you go to his church, you see Nigerian flag in that pastor church, whether any area that person come from, he is not a genuine pastor. He is a money monger pastor. And any pastor that is still preaching, make Nigeria one and make Nigeria great again, is a fake pastor. You don't need any other person to interpret it to you. This is the pure truth. Anybody, all these celebrities, like Fela Kuti, that is talking about Nigeria, that his father died because of Nigeria, his grandmother was killed because of Nigeria, is coming here to tell you that Sunday Igboho is not doing it right. Sunday Igboho started from where the message which Fela dropped to the world. That is the thing that motivated Sunday Igboho. And there's some people that call themselves celebrity will be thinking that we all can be messing ourselves up again. We can't mess ourselves up again. Nobody, he say we don't pray again that Nigeria should be one. Nobody is praying like that again. And when you go to any church, they tell you Nigeria will be one. Just abandon those people. Just choose. Uwaleke. Uwalaka. See? Uwalaka. Do I pronounce it well? Uwalaka. Arinze Chukwu Odo. I greet you, Justice Uwalaka. I greet you for joining. I greet you.
We are different nations tied together by force. We should still be one country, but let everyone govern itself the way he likes. We should still be one country, but let everyone govern itself the way he likes. Are you hearing me? Let the Niger Delta have their oil. Let the East have their resources. Let the Yoruba people have their resources. Let the North have their resources. Let them manage their security. Give them state police. Let everybody guard his borders. Let everybody generate his economy. Why must we generate oil in the Niger Delta and take it to the North? Why must we generate IGR here or the VATs and take it to the North that generate nothing? The 10 key northern states.
He said that they generate nothing. But Zamfara has gold. You know, Zamfara gold belongs to the north. But the oil in Niger belongs to Jigawa. The people that produce nothing. Zamfara has gold. They have mineral resources there. They are using it to sponsor Hamas. They are using it to sponsor terrorism. They are using it for all the things of their own choice. But the oil in Niger belongs to Kano. The oil found in Biafran land belong to Jigawa. They have their own to survive. Our PM made analysis the other day. He went viral, visiting all the states in Nigeria. He made analysis showing you all the mineral resources he found in each state in Nigeria. Each state in Nigeria has enough mineral to survive without the help of anybody, without the help of any nation. And this is what Ojukwu saw. They say, let us go and handle our thing. They said, no. The only thing Fulanis came up with is they said, Ruga. If you don't accept Ruga, the only option left for you is to go underground, 6 feet underground. Can you imagine such a thing? That is the thing. They brought Fulani henchmen. Today, they have eliminated that name, Fulani henchmen. They eliminated that name. They call them bandit because bandit is global. Who gave them that ideology? The Britain. That when they say Fulani bandit, the name Fulani is already contaminated. Meyetiala. Meyetiala, you see how they try to eliminate that name. Britain gave them the ideology. Today, what you can hear from the Fulani terrorists, they call them bandits. We know why they are trying to eliminate, but they insist to call IPOB indigenous people of Biafra. Each and every one of them, both in Nyanwodo, George Obiozo, all of them are indigenous people. And they accepted the name terrorists. They accepted the name terrorists. But our leader, Mazen Nambekano, says, if you are doing something to get yourself free from any nation, remember that Nelson Mandela has been tagged a terrorist. That if you have not been tagged a terrorist, that you are not doing anything. Do you see how our PM celebrated it when they put him on the list of terrorists? That is the certificate. The certificate showing that you are doing something is what Nigerian government have just fulfilled. For those who doesn't understand.
Have Sharia. Sharia says no to alcohol. Sharia says no to tobacco. But alcohol and tobacco is what give us VAT here. And you take the money from there to spend where you say you don't want, but you like the money. Fraud, unfairness, injustice. Where did we sit down to make Nigeria 36 states? Where did we sit down? Nigeria was negotiated 3 regions. North, West, East. 1963, by plebiscite, Midwest came in. Where did we sit down and say we shall be 36 states plus Abuja, and the biggest one taken to the north? More local governments. Then we came with federal character. You are qualified, but from the tribe you came from, you can't be qualified. Now, you can't pass any law in that National Assembly without Northern approval. They are in larger quantity. Deliberately made so. So how do we go from there?
So, Biafrans, you are understanding it. What you are doing here, it doesn't mean you have not heard it, but we have to be keeping our memory warm. We understood some strategies which these pastors played in order for them to capture the brain of our people, and that is what we are doing. As they went to church, that is the way we are also playing our own role to make sure we keep our people alive. Making sure we keep our people alive. We give them better information so that everybody will know what we are going and what we are doing. Iko tuonya dezu. I greet you. I greet you.
Why? Why not come? Because of my own. Police they find me.
Okay, that's easy. The way they kill that time. Your men follow now. How will I kill them?
Yes, now my men will go Holland. The person will shoot the heads and a free man. Free man with the sky and the number 1.
But who they sponsor you?
Na Chinasa Nwuru. Chinasa Nwuru.
From where? Where is he from?
Nda blood.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Me.
No,
Yes, the Chinasa.
Chinasa Nwuru. I just know as a BOS commander.
US commander for what now?
They're from ESM.
So how long has this been sponsoring you guys?
Getting to 2 years now.
Him and who?
Him with okay foreign.
To carry out activities in Imo State.
Sir?
To carry out activities in Imo State.
Yes.
He sponsors you people to carry out.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
which
sir.
other people where they follow Chinasa they sponsor?
Only okay foreign with the Chinasa where they sponsor us for blood. The other man for village here now, Italy's Awonesi.
From where?
So what? Which reason is it giving you? Which reason is it giving you guys to go and attack all this place?
Chinasa Nwuru, the reason why they tell us, they say this is Babago people. Our camp was there for back of that police station for but how long now? Since 6 or 7 months, we don't have any camp now.
So they just
Why?
wait.
Why not get come?
Because of Iran, police they find me.
Okay, that is it. The way they kill that time.
It's Azike.
Your men follow now. How will I kill them?
Yes, now my man will go Holland. The person will shoot the heads and a free man. Free man with the sky and the number 1.
But who they sponsor you?
Na Chinasa Nwuru. Chinasa Nwuru.
From where? Where is he from?
Nda blood.
Where are you from?
So, Biafrans, we are coming up to the reason, one of the key reasons we are here. If you don't know where rain starts beating you, you will never know where the rain will stop beating you. That means if you don't know your problem, you will never find a solution to that problem. So, bear with me. Let me change and bring out more of the things. So, Biafrans, you know why we are showing this thing? Please, if you have not subscribed to 555 Vision YouTube channel, please don't forget to do so. Turn the notification button on. Now, this is a Yahamufu people. They are protesting because Peter Mba has given their own land to the Fulanis. They gave their land, the land that belongs to these people, the land which these people inherited from their ancestors. Peter Mba has given it to foreigners that came from Yemen, Futajelon, Senegambia, Mali, and he sent them away out of their own land. That's why they are protesting in this place. And do you know what will stop this thing from happening? The danger that is facing us. The only thing that will stop it from happening is your vote. That's why we are showing this thing. If you have not really voted, make sure you vote. If your people didn't vote, encourage them to vote. Don't mind your celebrity. Don't mind those pastors that is fake. Don't mind all the people you have been watching in home movie. You know, there is differences between home movie and the film actors. No Nigerian actor has won award in Oscar award. That is the number one. You will know that they have nothing to offer. Their film, Genevieve Nnaji, submitted application to Oscar award. They told her to go home, that his own film, his own home movie doesn't have background, meaning that everything they acted in that film is fake. They thought that international community is coming there just because you are Genevieve and Nigeria respect you, then they will give you Oscar award. They don't know what it takes to win an Oscar award. When you are a true ambassador to your people, when you see injustice like this going on, then you are a home movie actor. You are Sonny Kuti or whatever you call yourself. You see this kind of injustice, you couldn't call your followers and say, condemn this thing that is happening and give them solution to their own problem. And what you can see them to do is they will tell you to go and support P2B in order for Nigeria to go on. This evil. This is Inyahamufu people. This is Inyahamufu people. Yes, equal to Onyadezu. Home movie has no meaning. What can they show you in home movie? The thing they used to destroy Nigerian mentality is Nigerian home movie. They will see the power of our ancestors. They will call some name that came from Europe and say Holy Ghost fire. Do you understand? All the things, if you go to Czech Republic, you will see reserved forest. If you go to France, France is well decorated with their forest. They don't play with their forest. Those that is in France, go to France, you go to some places that is called like a Fontainebleau, you will see mighty, mighty forest. They reserve their nature. The France are the only people on this earth. France, they are the people that like to reserve history, ancient history. You see, the picture of Mona Lisa is the most expensive ever in the history. But during the drawing of the Mona Lisa, Igbo people in Biafran land, they already have ancient craft that is older than the picture of the Mona Lisa. But they reserved their own and they promoted it because they know the power of nature. They used these home movie actors to deceive people. After watching home movie, they will go to church. Pastor will finish the rest. The other people will go to Big Brother Niger. But in this Biafran struggle we are into, battling today, we don't give up. We will touch you the same place where you think nobody will go. So follow us, please, because we are really bringing out some of the things we have. There are things we have, and we have come to show them to our people. Also, putting them in our records. Putting them in our records. Today is also Sunday.
Finally bow to pressure and release Nnamdi Kanu. They will finally bow to pressure and they will quickly release Nnamdi Kanu. And I began to ask the Lord, what's the essence of this? And what's the meaning of this? And God said, peace must return to everywhere in the country, especially the southeastern region. Peace must return there. And I see Nigeria government and all of that bow to pressure to now let go and let Nnamdi Kanu be free from the ends of dungeon and the people. And I see people rejoicing, especially the people of indigenous people of Biafra and the people of Biafra now to rejoice because of what's called the Nigerian government finally bow to pressure and also let go Nnamdi Kanu, or the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and that is already by the side. And that's one of the things that I see in the realm of the spirit that is going to happen. And the Lord will continue to be glorified and be praised forever. If you know, and you know what I told you last year, don't forget that before last year,
When you understand how prophecy work, yeah? When you understand how prophecy work, then you will know how to carry the ones that favor you. You understand? We have our prophets. We have our ministers. We have people that read the Bible, and we have people who ask God to give them prophecy in the way it will favor their own people. Not a prophecy that will tell you to keep Nigeria as one when you know that Nigeria can never be one. Since 1804 amalgamation of Berlin Conference, we know this thing, and the reason we are here is because we are fighting from all fronts. Here, this pastor is the person who say, any of you that is trying to fight Simon Eber, anybody that need freedom doesn't supposed to fight Simon Eber, because fighting against Simon Eber is fighting against your own freedom. And before you can succeed, you have to remove the spirit of Biafra before you can be able to succeed. What is happening today? Lolo Norma, I greet you. I greet you. I greet you. Obi Ezue, Obi Agbakogo, Ndo Obi Ezugo, Obi Ezue Mike. I greet you. Uko Pius. Thank you. Iko Tuonye Adezu at all. Are you really understanding Iko Tuonye Adezu? We have people from pastor, we have people from evangelists. Biafran religious freedom and monitoring. Everybody you see there is powerful pastors. Are you understanding? And if you think that the pastors, reverend fathers and reverend sisters doesn't fight for freedom, go and read the history of Bishop Kuka of South Africa. Now, this prophet says, before you can fight against Simon Eber, you have to go and remove the spirit of Biafra out of existence. We already show you what American Chief Judge says. They condemn the injustice being playing against the Biafra. Because when you condemn the extradition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you are automatically condemning the injustice perpetrating in Nigeria against Biafran people, which Oduduwas also, they are not safe. So when they condemn anything, injustice being played against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they are condemning the people who is fighting against this liberation. Are you understanding? Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the head. Anything that affects him affects us. Anything that favors him favors us. Let us show you what this man say in our own 555 vision analysis. Noel Oluigbo. Hi, Oluigbo. I greet you. Chinelo Obodo. I greet you, Chinelo Obodo. Oluigbo. Orastus Wafo. I greet you. I greet you so much. Here we come to the prophecy.
Finally, Nigeria and the government of Nigeria will finally bow to pressure to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They bow to pressure to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
Oluchi Emecheta, thank you. Finally, Nigerian government will bow to pressure. I think I showed you people the news that came from America. I showed you people the news that came from America. You know, okwu anyị bụ nkụ gbọrọ udu mmiri ọkọchị pụọ a na-anya ya nkụ. Anthony Umeji, I greet you. Hermano mio, saludo. Now, he said, finally, this is not like Nigeria will, which you know it is in present. Now, it is in future. Future is different to present. Future is Nigeria will bow. Now, what he's saying here now is present. There is future, there is present, and there is past tense. Nigeria finally has bowed. Listen to it now for you to get it very, very raw. Very, very raw. Very, very raw.
Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria to finally bow to pressure and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will finally bow to pressure and they will quickly release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I began to ask the Lord, what's the essence of this? And what's the meaning of this? And God said, peace must return to everywhere in the country, especially the southeastern. Peace must return to everywhere in the country, especially the southeastern region. Peace must return there. And I see Nigeria government and all of that bow to pressure to now southern region. Peace must return there. And I see Nigeria government and all of that bow to pressure and all of that bow to pressure to now.
Are you getting it clear? Ambrose, Eke, I greet you. They bow to pressure because international communities is involved. We have shown you the news that came from International Human Rights Organization. We have shown you the news that came from these people, United Nations. We have shown you all the powers that is ruling this world. They condemn the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They condemn it, and whenever they condemn something that is in the favor of the people whom Nnamdi Kanu is leading. Now, Oduduwa, under the meeting which Sunday Igboho and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had with Koiki Media and Simon Ekpa, this is the area that made Igboho to begin to speak today. You see our message today. Igboho has given Nigerian government on the 15th of June, 15th of June, to call for dialogue. Let them explain to Nigeria why they need Oduduwa nation, not a restructuring anymore, because the life of their people is not in a good form. And the Tinubu is not a military. Buhari, who died how many times, have run away. He said nobody will hear from him again because Wakora Akana Tipa Buaja, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. And the prophets are now talking. Prophets are now talking. Let's continue.
Let go and let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be free from the ends of dungeon, and the people, and I see people rejoicing, especially the people of indigenous people of Biafra, people of indigenous people of Biafra, rejoicing, especially the people of indigenous people of Biafra, and the people of Biafra now to rejoice because of what's called the Nigerian government finally bow to pressure and also let go Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and that is already by the side, and that's one of the things that I see in the realm of the spirit that is going to happen, and the Lord will continue to be glorified and be praised forever. If you know, and you know what I told you last year.
With the talk, with the show. With the talk, with the show. We are not here to make anybody happy. We are here to make sure we deliver the message and we move. Fabio Ifediche, I greet you. Margaret, I greet you. So the message we come with, we have to deliver them, and we will deliver them peacefully without no problem at all. Undermining the, let us give you this one.
You don't expect us to go to a conventional war? We know what we are doing. You people are morons. You don't have any brain. You don't know how to face Nigeria. You are protecting your interest. You are protecting what Nigeria did for you, which you said. So we are going to fight this liberation ruthlessly, completely different from what you have ever seen in life. And that's what we are doing. You don't expect me to come and fight like Ojoko. You don't expect me to come and fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am neither of these two. I am not Ojukwu. I am not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am Simon Ekpa. Complete different person. And I'm going to fight all of you differently. I am not trying luck. I have the template. All of you will be silenced. From one till the end. No consensus on the purpose.
So, Biafrans, man, I don't know if I'm bringing these comments here. I will like it because people are really responding in comment section. You hear it? Did you hear what he is not doing? He says, you don't expect him to fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect him also to fight like Owazurike. The name Owazurike used to be silenced, but in 555 vision, there is Eke, Orie, Afo, and Nkwo. And we say, in these 4 market spiritual days that make up 4 days of Biafra, we are not, this is a relay. We made the teaching here. We say that this is a relay race. You run, you give the stick to another person. Eke started, he ran, he gave Orie, Eke, he gave Orie, he gave Afo, he gave Nkwo Ajana. Okwaya, Nkwo Ajana. Simon Ekpa Nwanjoko. Hey, Noel, Nolan Norma, the dragon. Yes, is there anything he said that he is not doing? Everything he said, that is what he is doing, and he stood up and take responsibility. You know what it means by taking responsibility of action. That is what Nigerian government cannot do. If you come and slaughter a village, tell them that Nigerian government came and slaughtered a village. Then the world will know. When Biafran Liberation Army take action to defend their own people, PM will come openly, fast, and they take responsibility. Say, Biafran Liberation Army did it. Biafran government in exile are the people government. So you don't expect him to fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect him to succumb like Owazurike. You don't even expect him to fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nnamdi Kanu is giving gospel. He give gospel with his clean heart. He give gospel, he convert people, he let people to know. That's why Nnamdi Kanu says the weapon he will use to destroy Nigeria is the gospel of truth. He will use truth and penetrate inside your heart, your brain, telling you how evil Nigeria is. And when those people that will pick up arms to defend the land will come, he will be leading in front. When those people come, whenever he see them, he know. That's why they ask him, Onyendu, you say you need 100 men, but you have more than 80 million people follow you. He say you should be disappointed because up to this very day, he don't even have up to 15 people until Obatobie Njoko appeared, and he chose the path of 15 men. A lot of people have described the 15 men in different spiritual way they can describe it. You understand? And he say, you don't expect him to say there won't be any election in Biafran land. And after much, you will cancel and say, okay, go and vote. He said, you don't expect him to fight like Nnamdi Kanu. Neither for him to succumb for pressure like Owazurike. When Ojukwu fight his own, he himself was not born. Myself, I was not born. So Ojukwu led the road. But him, Nkwajana, that is Eke Orie Afonkwo, you cannot remove Owazurike from this struggle. It is impossible. Rather, you will say Owazurike brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Masob, and the Masob gave birth to autopilot, which is the government today. Simple and short. This is the simple mathematics. Owazurike later succumbed to pressure. Whatever he did is his own history. So you don't expect Simon Ekpa to fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect him to fight like Owazurike. You don't expect him to fight either like Mazen Nandekano. He is Simon Ekpa, the Biafran Prime Minister, who is fighting. Yeah? It's a pleasure to join you. Isdor, thank you, Isdor, for joining. Isdor. Yes. So let us begin to build the spirit. And any one of you that is inside this movement, don't you fight like those people on DOS that is still underground. Up to today, they are still underground, dead and buried. Freedom equal to onye adezu. Obatobie, yes, that name. So let us hear him again.
No consensus on the purpose, content, method, and boundaries of today's Biafra agitation.
You don't expect us to fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect us to go to a conventional war. We know what we are doing. You people are morons. You don't have any brain. You don't know how to face Nigeria. You are protecting your interest. You are protecting what Nigeria did for you, which you said. So we are going to fight this liberation ruthlessly, completely different from what you have ever seen in life. And that's what we are doing. You don't expect me to come and fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect me to come and fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am neither of these two. I am not Ojukwu. I am not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am Simon Ekpa. You don't expect me to come and fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am neither of these two. I am not Ojukwu. I am not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am Simon Ekpa. You don't expect me to come and fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am neither of these two. I am not Ojukwu. I am not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am Simon Ekpa.
Yes. Now we continue. you know, people, we don't even expect him to mention the name of Owazurike as well, but it's our own duty to keep the record straight. So, is he fighting like Ojukwu? Or is he fighting like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? He is fighting like Simon Obatobie Ekpa. Florence Chinwe, I greet you. Lolo Noma, you're always there. Lolo, Ego Yibo, I greet you. Iko Tuonya Dezu, Woto is the code. We continue. We continue with this message which Chukwuka Abiyama has given us to deliver today. You know, the way they read sermon in the church, that is how we are reading our own sermon. This is our own sermon because Biafra is our religion. This is our own sermon. Those who doesn't know. Those who doesn't know. Those who doesn't know, they will know. Then, Biafrans, if you were told, or maybe you were sleeping and wake up in the morning, they tell you that Biafran Liberation Army destroyed all this kind of ammunition, all this kind of armor tank that came to destroy you. Will you believe it? Write the answer in the comment section if you will believe it. But when Chukwuokike Abiyama is doing something, on his own, then you will begin to see the manifestation of God, Lord God Almighty. Whenever he stand up to do something, he say the strong will become low. Their power will be eliminated. And if you wake up in the morning, they tell you that all these things you see has been neutralized. Will you believe it? You will not believe it. Biafra is our religion. Free man equal to one. Emmanuel, Onyiwara, the most precious things in life is freedom. Igwe Dragon TV, thank you. Now, you see it?
Don't be smarting.
Today is 24th of February 2023. And we are declaring that there will be no elections in Biafran tomorrow. There will be no Nigerian elections in Biafran anymore. Yes. We are not going to validate that corrupt government of Nigeria anymore. Yes. What we want is referendum. Yes. What we want is referendum. Yes. Simon Ekpa is our spokesman. Yes. He's not a terrorist. Yes. He is speaking our mind. Yes. He's what we told him to do. Yes. He's doing everything that you told him to do. Yes. He doesn't work alone. Yes. So everything we are doing is what he is talking about. Yes. He's not a terrorist. Yes. He's a good guy. Yes. He's a good guy. We're supposed to do. Yes. He's a good guy. We're supposed to do.
Come,
there will be no election in Biafran land.
Yes. Want to say hello?
So shall it be. So shall it be.
Say hello.
All hail
Biafra.
All hail
Biafra.
Biafra. Biafra.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, Lolo Norma, your request has been answered. Biafrans, it is not that easy to serve, but Chukwukabiyama is giving us that strength to go on, you know. But when we are in the spirit like this to deliver the message, they will do their own, but the Biafra we are fighting is for them. So that is their own. Lolo Norma, thank you for that one, you know. So, Biafrans, there are things we must understand. This struggle is more than what people imagine. It's more than what people can imagine. So, there is something I want to show before we are calling it a day, because it's time to call it a day. Ndị nwe ụlọ abatago. It is no more. We can't open it. But to see this kind of picture, that was then. And the reason PM says, you don't expect him to fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect him to fight like Wazirike, which Peter Obi killed his own men and dumped them in the Zoo River. And you don't even expect him to fight like Nnamdi Kanu. All these pictures are when Nnamdi Kanu, when IPOB was formed, with the flag. They were exaggerated. They were doing with the flag, you know. And under flag agitation, they tagged them terrorists and they killed these people. So you don't expect him to fight like a Wazirike. You don't expect him to fight like Ojukwu. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Lolo Norma. You don't expect him to fight that way. You understand? Then all these things cannot happen in Biafra again. It cannot happen again. You remember when they killed one small boy in Anambra State? The government of Anambra State, they understood that they have taken the life of a Biafran person. That is what we are talking about. When he say you don't expect him to fight like that, you don't. So which people is the really people that is messing everything up?
When I joined them, they have to give me training commander in our first camp in Igboho. I started training them. When I started training them, before we start advancing, because Igboho came now, as a virus. He was the commander that we taking direction from our leaders and our sponsors, and we pass the signal to us, and we carry along the task. On the process, our first attack was in Nazareth.
Please pay attention to what they are saying here. And the reason we are playing it, you have watched it before. When these are the people that have been deceived, that doesn't understand the struggle. They go on fighting against that thing they believe. They believed in Biafra, but with a wrong information. Wrong information captured them. So they begin to fight against themselves. China Sanwo-Olu is the person sponsoring them. And all this confession must be recorded in our program for future reference. The way we preach Biafra when Biafra is finally restored, because Biafra is our religion, is how you see people preaching in the churches. That is exactly how Biafran gospel will be preached, because Chukwuka Abiyama said we have our own Bible. Biafra will have their own Bible. And if you go to Bible, what you will see there is no different to all we are showing here today. And the reason they removed history out of Nigerian school curriculum was for you not to know that when you hear Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible, you wouldn't know how to compare it with the China Sanwo-Olu, or how to compare it with Buhari, or how to compare it with the chief of terrorists, which is Shetima. Are you understanding? And who is sponsoring these people? The people that call themselves DOS. Are you understanding? So allow us for this message to roll in our own program. Then we have to continue. Write your comments. Your comment will help us to go on.
Roundabout that help us. When we attack them, we kill 2 soldiers. Second one was
You killed 2 soldiers and did what?
we took away the rifle. The second one was in our police station. We attacked them and we carried their rifle. And the house police station. When we went there, the house home, they are in alert. That day they are ran away. Before we went to the Otokoro police station. We attacked Otokoro police station, but the men there did not allow us to enter. All the whole fight, we ended up on gate. We go back. And also in Akiogu, where we get an attack, joint force on our leader, DOS, where we started getting problems.
Who is the leader that is standing this morning?
Our leader, DOS, which we know as China Sanwo-Olu, the more powerful and chief, who brought the first money was Ezeli Owokote.
this morning.
Our leader, DOS, which we know as China Samolu, the more powerful and who brought the first money was Ezeli Owokote, 120,000. He gave it to.
So, you are understanding it. What we are doing is to keep a little part of the history. We keep a little part of the history down. So,
Who be your guy? Who?
Chinasanworu.
Chinasanworu. Which one? Who be Chinasanworu?
DOS na DOS. That's DOS.
Who send you? Who send you?
Scorpion Corner.
Scorpion Corner.
Yes. That man from his organ, I suppose. No, that man.
DOS.
Yes.
Which one be DOS? Who?
Director of State.
Director of State.
Yes. Yes.
Who be the Oga there?
Chinasanworu.
Chinasanworu na mbia ona Oga.
Yes.
Waiting in send on Amoko na do for here in Okigwe.
Yes. We day 11 when you send.
On a day 11.
Yes.
Where others there?
Our member Abreba. Yes.
Which place you now they operate? Waiting they send you make you come do here. Talk before you go. I will go kill you. Talk waiting you can't carry this gun.
So we
We don't have any camp now.
So where do you
Why?
operate?
Why not get camp? Because of Iran. Police they find me.
Okay, that is it. The way they kill that time. Your men follow now. How will I kill them?
Yes, now my men will go Holland. The person will shoot the heads and a free man. Free man with the sky and the number one.
Who the sponsor you?
Now China Samuru.
China Samuru. From where? Where is from where?
In that blood.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Me.
No,
yes, the Chinasa.
China Samuru. Now
So, Biafrans, it is good na etopo nkịta akpa igosi ya ọ hapụ ịdị ka atụrụ ya mbọ. That is what we are doing here. That's exactly what we are doing here. Lolo Norma, yes, you have to know what is Nebuchadnezzar. The people of Nebuchadnezzar, you have to know them. Yeah, this one I will not play it because of this is Tucano jet, which American government send to Nigeria to come and eliminate innocent people in Biafran land. Today, they have not succeeded. And what happened? Biafran government in exile, Biafran prime minister, Biafran resistance fighters, the Biafran defense force, Biafran air force is ready. And the reason our leader, our prime minister said, you don't expect him to fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect him. He did not call Owazirike because Owazirike already succumbed. And Owazirike is trying to speak evil against him. That's why he didn't call his name. And you don't expect him to fight like Owazirike. You don't also expect him to fight like Mazen Namdekano. He will fight like Simon Eba. And he is fighting like Simon Eba. That's why if these people have come, they have thrown bomb They have thrown every kind of ammunition to make sure they eliminate our people. But Chukwukika Abiyama said no. As we are fighting spiritually, so as we are also fighting physically. So, Biafrans, these are the things we have come to show today in today's sermon. Today, because we are reading our sermons.
Is for us to bring out Kanu. One major priority area in the southeast, which I think will cool off a great deal of nerves, is for us to bring out Kanu. That gentleman. Pull him out. Stop this incarceration. I know some of his pronouncements or maybe lines of actions and so on were offensive to the Nigerian state, and there was a need maybe to take certain actions. But you see, Nigeria itself is a family. That's my picture of Nigeria. When parts of the family feel offended, as a father, as parents, you sit the gentleman down, you sit the child down, and try to find out what are the problems. How do I help you? You don't like the Christmas shoe we bought for you? Okay, we'll get you a new one. Would that solve the problem? You don't like this meal? Can we fix another meal for you? Can we start talking with Kanu? Can we start talking with IPOP? Can we start talking with other groups? I think a conversation with some of these teams would go a long way in addressing the problem. We mustn't at all time apply the stick. Bring in some carrot at times. And let's see a carrot and stick diplomacy at play. Okay? We can do that. And I think if we do that, the Southeast, the situation in the Southeast will be highly doused, frankly speaking. All right? Further incarceration only make him more and more relevant, only heightened the heroship over him. He is a hero now, whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero.
Right.
We have made him a hero in the Southeast. If he comes out now, he's wise. He can contest the governorship in any of the states over him. He is a hero now. Over him. He is a hero now. Whether we want to.
You know what I want to bring out here? What I want to bring out here is he is a hero now. Beauty for Christ. Thank you for joining Bishop Kuka, from South Africa. And Bishop Desmond Tutu from South Africa, Kuka, from the Sokoto Janjaweed. Is a Kuka fighting Kuka. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave him option to support the movement and allow his people to come and has what they call permanent resident in Biafran land. But Kuka keep on beating around the bush. And the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tried to send a very wrong word to him. So what happened? Bishop Kuka can speak, but what we know is that Desmond Tutu fought. They said here that Nnamdi Kanu, they have made him hero.
Whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero.
Right.
We have made him a hero in the Southeast. If he comes out now, he's wise. He can contest the governorship in any of the states. Nobody will be asking whether he's from that state.
So this message here says, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, Okwa aga aka, ogosi gi ebe ị ga-ada. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu studied Nigeria deeply, and after studying Nigeria, then he pushed Nigeria. That is what this man have just said here, that Nigeria has made Nnamdi Kanu a hero. And how does Nnamdi Kanu become a hero? It is because American Court of Justice have sat down discussing the matter of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Canadian Court of Justice has sat down discussing the matter of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. British Court of Justice have sat down discussing the matter of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Australian Court of Justice have sat down discussing the matter of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu went to Germany and asked the German Chancellor to do something to bring Simon Ekpa down. They told him he has a grand master. Go and then negotiate with him. Then they said here that they have made him a hero because German Chancellor already know that Nnamdi Kanu is a great hero. And the German Court of Justice is talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Austria government in Vienna, they are talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and the Austrian government says that there is a place that needs to be settled in the southeast, and he mentioned Biafra, and he also mentioned Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For you people to understand, you know that language. Nnamdi Kanu have used Nigeria. He handled them, and he told them he is coming to lead in front. When he is in front, then you will begin to hear this kind of language. You will begin to hear this kind of language.
The heroship over him. He is a hero now. Whether we want to accept it.
Ebi Sami, please. People online, please. We are coming down. Tell us what is a hero. Sami, he is trying to channel him to the governorship. That is, I'm Wanya, but that is not the area. Bringing the heroship in him, bringing the heroship inside Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Okwa aga aka ogosiga ebe gada. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they already promised him to become the vice president of Nigeria when he was arrested before 2015. He refused. He said he needed Biafra. And how do he now become the world hero? Is what this man now is saying here now. They brought out the heroship in him. Listen to it.
The heroship over him. He is a hero now. The heroship over him. Heightened the heroship over him. Heightened the heroship over him. Only heightened the heroship over him. Became more and more relevant. Only heightened.
Something everybody should understand here is the anger to this man is that Nnamdi Kanu heroship has been heightened. And for him not to go further, it is better for them to release him early. And he said this thing 2023, when America has not taken their seat and sit down in the Court of Justice. Today, America has sat down and they discussed about Nnamdi Kanu. They have already heightened the heroship over the life of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know if people really are getting what is happening. And when they say Nnamdi Kanu is inside dungeon, why is his name never die as they insinuated before? They will say that Simon Ekpa, who is an athletist, from there he is a lawmaker in Finland, have taken it upon himself that the agitation must go on. Then Simon Ekpa's intention is only to make name. Who is now beating the drum? Nnamdi Kanu is dancing. Is Simon Ekpa. You see how the heroship is germinating. And a pastor, a prophet says, it is either you negotiate now, and if you fail to negotiate now, this little puppy will grow up wings, and the wild animals will come out that will defend the little puppy. And what is this little puppy and the wild animals? The White House of the United States of America has condemned the
heroship over him. He is a hero now, whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero. We have made him a hero in the Southeast. If he comes out now, it's wise. If he comes relevant, only heightened the heroship over him. He is a hero now, whether we want to accept it or not.
Yes, Biafrans, we have to understand. Sometimes there is a saying that says, "Erapu ihe dị na moto, eba n'ime moto." Then in wike ghọta ihe a na-akọ there. The anger is that Nnamdi Kanu has become the mighty hero. Lolo Nneoma, Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, is now a world hero. Complete world hero. You know, Nnamdi Kanu, you can't do anything to him. You can't do anything to him because his matter have circulated all over the world. And how is PM taking advantage of the incarceration of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? How is he taking advantage of this? You know, if you see people that know how to take advantage of something, you will follow them. You will follow them and learn how to take advantage of something. You take advantage of something. You take advantage of something. And Simon Eber has taken advantage of the incarceration of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He says the rendition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will become useless. He will make it to become useless. And when it will become useless, you wouldn't even know what to do with Nnamdi Kanu again. Nnamdi Kanu then says that a time will come when Nigeria will not even know what to do than to call him and say you need Biafra. Take your Biafra and take your people and go away from this place. Just get out of here with your Biafra. And this is exactly what is coming to the life of Biafrans. I don't know if people get it or they don't get it. So all these things you see happening, all these things you see happening in our land today, all these things you see happening, the only thing that will solve it is the restoration of Biafra. That is the only thing that will solve these things that is happening. We are not here to paint the world to those people who want the world to be painted. We are here to tell you the solution to your problem. And that's why we say that we will bring Biafra from diaspora through internet. We will deliver the message down to our people. And when we deliver the message, they know exactly what they are going to do. So, Biafrans, we are rounding up. We are really rounding up. We already spent up to nearly 3 hours here today. We are rounding up. We love you all. We love you all, Biafrans. We love you. Let me show you some of the work Biafrans has done to make sure that we have our freedom. I have to show it. You see? When you see these kind of things, you should know that Chukwukika Abiyama is really with us. These are things they want to use to eliminate you, and nobody is asking questions. Only the name of Chukwukika Abiyama and the God, the power of our ancestors, Chukwukika Abiyama, is the thing saving you from this. America also sent this thing to Nigerian government, but they have seen that the Biafrans are not ready to back down. They are not ready to back down. Now, these things cannot kill our people. The plants and the trees, yeah, they call it Odeshi or whatever, God also created this thing and keep in that land in order for our people to be saved. And they used some pastors to tell people that such is wrong. But today, things is happening. Biafra have their own freedom, and we march forward. Hope to see you again inside the week. We love you all. Lolo Norma, I greet you. Beautiful Christ, I greet you. Peter Okafor, Diana, thank you. Amy Sami, my big brother, happy woman. Everybody, I greet you. Emeni Kechibo, I greet you. Kedo Chidubem, I greet you. Iko Tuonya Dezu. We must work hand in hand to make sure that we get freedom. Everybody that is a Biafran supposed to know that going back to Biafra, we must go together. Makitu Iko Tuonye Adezu. I greet you all, lovers of freedom. We love you. My brothers, the people that gave me water, Worry sister, I greet you so much. You gave me big water today. And John Wachuku, I thank you. May God bless you for the super chat you gave to me today. So